So King Von ended up inheriting that beef from the streets. FBG Duck even released a diss track towards King Von called I'm from 63rd. King Von would respond by saying it's trash. The other beefs that King Von had were more industry driven. One was with Famous Dex and the other was with 6ix9ine. Despite all this, he kept focused on the music and he was gearing up to finally drop his debut album. The first single he dropped off the album was called All These Hitters, featuring Lil Durk, and this was released on August 5th, 2020. And this track peaked at number 77 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 31 on the US R&B and hip hop charts. Following this, he dropped the second single off the album called How It Go on August 28th, 2020. Then on October 5th, 2020, he went on Instagram and announced his debut album, Welcome to Old Block, would be released on October 9th, 2020. But when October 9th came, King Von said he had to push the album back and instead released the third single off the album called I Am What I Am, featuring 5 Foreign. Then he revealed the album would be released on October 30th, 2020, but before the album came out, he dropped one more single called Galeesh Place on October 23rd. Then finally, on October 30th, 2020, King Von drops his debut album, Welcome to Old Block. The album debuts at number 14 and sold 25,000 copies within its first week. King Von, however, would never get a chance to see the first week numbers of his debut album because on November 6th, 2020, King Von would end up getting killed due to an altercation at an Atlanta hookah lounge. King Von that night was out and about promoting his debut album. He had scheduled an album release party at Atlanta's Opium Club on Thursday, November 5th, that night, and everything was going fine. King Von's manager says that after the album release party, they were all scheduled to go back to the hotel and sleep. However, Von's manager says that King Von was off that night for some reason. After the album release party, they all went back to their vehicles and started heading back to the hotel like planned. But King Von's manager says that King Von decided randomly to take a different turn and go to an after-party club. Von hopped in his security bulletproof truck with 2 other people and the driver and randomly decided to go to that after-party club. Once they got there, they realized none of the other people were there, so Von's DJ called and said, "Where are you guys at?"